Now suppose y is equals to f of x, okay, then my dy dx is the same as f prime of x, okay. So this one is the derivative of y here with respect to the x here, okay. So we have dy dx. It means the derivative of y with respect to x. So this one would tend to f prime of x. So this one is also known the first derivative, okay, the first derivative. All right, or in other words we can say the gradient function of y with respect to x, the gradient function of y with respect to x. Okay, so if I go again, so in case we're given so we have y, we have x, okay. So my dy dx is the same as g prime of x, so which is the derivative of y with respect to x. Okay, so that is the basic idea of differentiation, okay. So it is the process of finding the gradient, okay, of a tangent to a curve at any point. All right, so that's that. Now let's go ahead. In case we're given y equals to x squared, okay, so if you're asked to differentiate this function, okay, so if you're asked to differentiate, it's the same as finding dy dx or the gradient function. So differentiate, then the gradient function, okay. So these terms are the same, okay. So if I ask to differentiate, find dy dx, find the gradient function, so they mean the same. So then gradient function, they are all the same, okay. All right, now let's look at the rule for differentiation, okay. So the simple rule, in case you are asked to differentiate, let's say y equals to x squared, okay. Now pay attention here, this one is very simple. So the simple rule here, now we have y, then we have x, so my dy dx, okay. Now this is what we are going to do. Now look at the power here, okay. Always multiply the power by the coefficient here, okay. After that you subtract the power by 1. So I'll multiply 2 by 1, that is 2, and my x will come. So I'll reduce the power here by 1, so I'll get 1 here. And we know any non-zero number to the power 1 is that number, so we have the answer as 2x. It means the derivative of y equals to x squared is 2x, or the gradient function of this is that, okay. All right, so let's try more. So if y equals to 2t cubed, okay, so this time we have y, then we have t here. So if we're asked to differentiate, okay, so this one, my dy dx, sorry, dy dt, not x, this side is t, so dy dt will be, so 3 times 2, 6. Okay, then I'll reduce the power here by 1. So we have that 60 squared. Okay, so now that we know the rule for differentiation, let's try the following. All right, let's find dx of the following. Okay. All right, so the first one has to do with y equals to 5x to the power 4. So I'll just multiply the power by the constant here and reduce the power by 1. So my dy dx, so dy dx, okay. So differentiate this with respect to that. So dy dx. Okay. So 4 times 5 is 20. X. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So we have the answer here 2. Okay, so we need to adjust this. Okay, this one is in a fraction form, so we need to write this one in linear form. Remember, 1 over a the same as a to the power negative 1. Okay, so I can go ahead and say y is the same as x to the power minus 2. That's that. So let's go ahead. So divide x. So I'll just multiply this side by minus 2. So I'll have minus 2x. So minus 1 will be minus 3. Okay. Now, if you want to probe further, this one can be written as minus 2 times. So remember this one is the same as 1 over x to the power 3. So the final answer will be minus 2 times 1 minus 2 on x cubed. So this is the answer. So that's the derivative of this. Okay. Now let's look at the last one. Yes, you can pause the video and give it a try. Okay. So my divide x. Okay. So the power here is 1. Okay. So 1 times 20 is 20. So x. Okay. So 1 minus 1. So this side will be 0. So this side will be x to the power 0. So any non-zero number to the power 0 is 1. Therefore, the answer is 20. All right. So that is the idea of differentiation. Okay.